What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So pretty much EA Sports is going to be giving us another title update later this week, all right? So if you're watching this video the week of March 2nd, 2021, you can expect another title update. Some of you guys are saying to me, Gmia, are they going to do anything to probably make the game more playable, more enjoyable? Probably not. But they're going to affect some of the things that are working for us right now. So I'm going to go over some of the things that we've been currently doing, stuff that we've been labbing over here at GmiasWorld to kind of figure what's really been working, what's happening within the game. So we're going to start off basic, right? I told you guys defensively, that was the biggest thing that I was getting because I look at the feedback that you guys give me, and most of you guys are asking defensively, how do I stop stuff? Like, dudes are throwing the ball through my body. I'm very, very frustrated. I found your channel. I'm so happy I found it because I thought I was the only person. I get so much of that because so many of you guys think that you're alone with that, with the fact that your guy's playing maximum D, but he's not playing any defense. That's not just you guys. It's all of us, and we stick together when it comes to that. The problem was people try to make it seem like, yo, you know, you're just complaining, it's part of the game, but it's not. It's not just part of the game because it shouldn't be happening. At this part, with the technology that's in the game, all the stuff that's happening within this game is just wild, and it doesn't really make much sense when it comes to the ability factor because we saw what it was earlier in the year. Many of us were only running Acrobat. You see, this is the point where it gets pretty technical for a lot of you guys, and you're like, look, you know, MUD is so difficult, it's so involved, I don't understand it, and, you know, can you explain it more thoroughly? And a lot of you guys come here just because of that, right? So when I tell you, like, look, I've been running Acrobat, and dudes are getting the ball thrown directly through their, like, their whole neck is, bro, it goes right through their neck, but there's no blood, it's no Mortal Kombat. It's weird, and it's happening on a regular basis, right? And you guys want to know, okay, what is the best route? You know, where do we go with this? How do we fix this situation? How do we look at it and say, you know what? This is what we should be doing. This is what we should be using for now, because we have another patch on the horizon. It'll be a title update later this week, based on what I heard this morning with Good Morning Madden. All right, now let's go over what my abilities are right now. I told you guys, Acrobat, we're done with it. We rather use universal coverage because if we get an interception or we get 3 knockdowns, guess what's going to happen? Your guy's going to light up. His universal coverage, they play so much better. And yes, they will pick off a hitch. They'll pick off all that stuff depending on the coverage that they're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't come out and be running a deep blue when dudes are running hitch routes. You know, you're going to have to know what the coverages are. Sometimes you got to man them up. Sometimes you man them up with the purple. Sometimes you man them up and you got a mid zone. It's different things that go on depending on the side of the field that they're at. It's so complex when it comes to what your zones do. Maybe you need a hook curl and stuff like that. But either way, with universal coverage, they're more likely to play everything that's around. So with this title update, will they fix double or nothing? Some of you guys were asking specifically about that because you're like, yo, Gmia, you're right. Now I'm getting nothing, but EA is not lying to me because they call it double or nothing. I'm just getting nothing. And I told you guys that like 2 months ago. It's been trash just simply because it was too OP, and because the cost of it is too AP, you can have so much of it on the D line. EA is not going to allow anything to be too overpowered in the game because then it creates something where the regular dudes that don't know anything about the game, they go and complain about it and they don't want to deal with that. So they'll make the offensive line be more in tune to block that stuff. So let's take a look. Let's start off with Ahmad Brooks. I would probably say like 89% of us agree that edge threat, they buffed it with whatever tuning update they did. Will they actually, with this title update, affect anything that's currently going on? I really doubt it because I don't think that they're really focused on current gen Madden. They should be focused on the next gen, trying to tweak that because we're going to get Madden 22 based on what next gen is right now. So I think that they're more focused on that. I could be wrong, guys. I don't know. I don't think that they will affect most of us that have seen that edge threat is really good. You know, they buffed it. They actually make moves. They do things. You can see them actually shedding and getting around the left tackle. So I don't really think they're going to affect that with this title update. So I just wanted to go ahead and point this out specifically because, you know, that's going to be what some of the major questions that I get asked. Should I start getting rid of this guy? No, don't get rid of anybody yet. Don't do anything. Guys, there's no real reason to panic because the game is going to be what it is no matter what. And we're going to figure it out because we have like what, 4 more months of this stuff to kind of do whatever we're doing and, you know, wait until 22. So we're going to do what we need to continue to understand what the game is. The only difference is we are going to be moving to next gen come, you know, Madden 22. For all you guys that are wondering about that, yes, we will be on Madden 22 with next gen. We will no longer be on current gen. More than likely, they will make it for PS4, Xbox One, but we will be jumping over. The only reason I'm staying with this right now, you know, realistically, every time I get a PS5 in my cart, a bot takes it out. But most of the tournaments and everything are going to be on current gen. So there's really no reason for me to go crazy. There's ways to get it. Obviously, you can pay over the price for the PS5s or the Xbox X's and stuff like that. But because of the rage that I see that's going on next gen, I'm going to go ahead and take my chances. And I'm actually, honestly, it's a little bit easier to get everybody in tune. This is similar to what I did with Madden 25. For those of you guys that don't remember, Madden 25, they made a next gen version with Adrian Peterson on the cover. I was able to get the next gen. What was that, the PS4? I just never played it because I didn't like the way that it looked. I didn't like the way that it felt. You know, they changed, like, I don't know if you guys remember, we're going way back. Like the circle around the players were like really big and stupid. It was really ridiculous. So this is just like history repeating itself with the next gen right now. They start off very, very terribly, and then we have to see what comes next. That's pretty much what's going on. As far as Justin Smith, his abilities, just to break it down, right? We gave him unpredictable and we gave him an inside stuff. Would what they do affect this? I don't think so. Inside stuff doesn't really work as it should. Most of the time they run away from the player, to be honest. You know, unpredictable, like it is what it is. It's unpredictable. It's just like EA Sports. You don't know what you're gonna get, dude. It's like a box of chocolates. So with me, the funny thing about this is, I will be very, very honest right now. Unpredictable probably works one time a game. Now, in some cases, you'll get lucky and the game will just start going wild and the players will just start throwing those dudes out the way and whatever. But for me, it at least works one time a game. How does it work? You will see your player just throw whoever is in front of them out of the way and they will insta-sack the quarterback. After that, he never does anything else again. That's pretty much what I've seen from Unpredictable. And going back to Double or Nothing, it was oftentimes you would see them, you know, physically just throw these grown men to the ground and just go right in on a regular basis. And it was weird that it was happening like that. And I think that that's why EA tuned it, because it just started to get ridiculous. And like I said, it's 2 AP, so you could come out with 4 down linemen with Double or Nothings. They had to do something to tune it. That's why primarily it doesn't work as much. And it costs more AP to get the edge threats, and you have to balance it out like that. You know, pretty much I think that that's what they were looking for. So I don't really see a difference in that, guys. I really believe that they're going to leave this stuff alone. I don't expect this stuff to change. As far as pick artists, some of you guys were saying, yo, Gmia, you were right about Acrobat. I get the ball thrown through my body on a regular basis, but now I gave my outside corners pick artists. Why? Why'd you do that? Oh, yo, bro, they're sick. No, it doesn't make any sense. Bro, they're going to, listen to me. Pick artist is primarily for the user. If you click on and you're lucky enough to be able to do it every time for the players around your field, that's great. But I don't think, based on what pick artist does, it doesn't help you do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your user's on it, you're going to pick the ball more likely than not. But it's not like it's going to help you dive or do anything really, really good like that. It's not going to do that. So I don't believe that it's useful in place of Acrobat. If it's working for you, that's fine. But based on the value of what it is, I would, you know, continue to tell you that I prefer it on the user. And you don't need to have it anyplace else. The corners are going to be idiots. They're not going to play whatever they're on anyway. Just let them do what they're doing. Even if you have Acrobat, they're going to dive, the ball's going to go through their body, and more than likely the player's going for 6. It doesn't matter. But with this right here, you know that at least, I drop picks very, very rarely. I will say that. And EA hates me. I drop picks very rarely with this ability. You know, should you have to use an ability to pick the ball? Should it go based on the catching attributes? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like I would think that 81 catch on a safety is pretty decent, but you know, it is what it is. Realistically, I'm not really crazy about it, but I use the pick artist because I know that in a clutch situation, I am not dropping that pick. If you want to risk it with a bad time and drop user pick, and I've actually shown you guys footage on it, you will time it perfectly and tap the button and you'll still drop it in a clutch situation. This, make sure you don't. I highly doubt that they would bother that because that will create a rage among everyone. They don't want to deal with all that stuff. And then we go over to Lawrence Taylor. Now, this is a very, very interesting one, right? We have the edge threat, but we also have unpredictable. Now, this makes him go crazy. I don't know what's going on with it. He just goes absolutely insane. because he just randomly sheds. But even with all of that, each one of my players with unpredictable, they get 1 free run to the quarterback a game. Like that, and that might be the fumble, that might be the throw out a sack that changes your game. So in my opinion, it's worth it. But I just wouldn't use it by itself unless it's for, you know, the way I'm going to have it with Michael Strahan. See, Michael Strahan needs something. He can't just be out there, because what I've noticed, when I leave him with no ability, he just stands there and gets dominated. I don't want that, so I give him something. It's not necessarily something that's needed, but I give him, you know, unpredictable as well. And that's what I wanted to focus on. I don't know what this title update is going to be about. We were just notified about it today. I was telling you guys, they're probably going to, I think they did the same thing last year. They gave us like 1 late patch after, you know, February, and that was it. Unless there's something that's really wild, because I don't think they're going to fix the fact that you can block a punt if you're within the 5. You know what I'm saying? Like automatically it's a touchdown. I don't think they're going to go in depth to fixing that. I think that they may fine tune a few things, maybe set the ground rules for like other stuff that they're going to be, you know, putting into the game later, something like that. But I don't expect anything too miraculous to like really change the game and make us enjoy it. Now, could they surprise us and make, you know, acrobat work and certain things like that start to work again? It's possible, but we will notice the changes that they do. I just don't feel that they're going to affect the, you know, the current state too heavily of the game. I don't believe that. Whatever you guys feel and what you want to adjust, that's up to you. But I don't think defensively it's going to affect anything. And that's been pretty much, you know, a lot of the questions I've been getting asked since you guys watched Good Morning Madden, and you guys are begging for dump trucks every morning. You guys hear that and everybody gets scared. I get scared, dude. Like a patch or a title update coming, that's one of the things that you could scare a grown man with. Like I think you could scare Freddy Krueger with the fact that, yo, look, Madden putting out a patch. It's very, very scary because we don't know what they're doing. And for the most part, a lot of the times, I don't think they test it, because when they do it, like they put out a patch earlier this year, I think it was like their first patch, and everybody was just dropping wide open passes. So that doesn't, to me, that doesn't mean that we should be trustworthy of what they're doing, but it's been going on for so long. It's like, are they going to continue to do, like, is it always going to be something wrong when it's just weird, and we have to expect that. And I know it's very unfortunate, but it's the God honest truth. Like you have to be ready to accept whatever they're going to be doing. We don't know what it is. But again, I don't feel that they're going to really affect the way that we've been setting our teams up. And I think a lot of you guys have been running with universal coverage, and you've been seeing what I'm saying. Because more than likely, somebody's going to throw a pick, and that's going to activate your player. And I believe that that value is a lot more than just having Acrobat out there, because you're going to get so much more with it. You can actually man them up. You can do weird stuff, you know, once you get activated. And, you know, sending pressure will generate those throw out of sacks, and guys will pick it, and you'll be able to go ahead and have universal coverage until they get 30 yards or whatever. I just, you know, the way that we're doing it now, I just think it's much more feasible for us to get through what the game is doing at this time. So I would go ahead and leave it the way that we have it now. Some of you guys are using BOGO, buy one, get one free. I don't really think it's going to affect anything like that. The only thing that could probably happen is that one ability may become lesser value and another one will become OP, and we'll immediately notice it. Or they'll just make the gameplay better. I know you guys laughing about that part, but it's happened. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happened before. EA has done patches where the game is played beautifully. It's not like they're not capable of doing it. It's just that it just doesn't happen often. But you know what I'm saying? Things change, and it's a possibility that we might get something that may work out for us. We just got to wait and see. So I would stay tuned. I would keep it the way that it is. If you want to try unpredictable, I would urge you, if you're going to do it on you know, just that only ability on one player, make it be your D tackle. Everybody else add it as an additional thing. Edge threat with unpredictable, you know, inside stuff with unpredictable. It makes them just play a little bit better, and you know, you'll get those lucky sheds that'll help you, and I guarantee you it'll impact your game, and you'll possibly win more games through it. Trust me. And if you're not subscribed to GmiasWorld Gaming, get over there, please. Check it out, bro. Look at the full gameplay, see what's going on, and see how these abilities work. And from time to time, I'll definitely get you guys out clips, get you guys rolling with that, and keep you guys up to date with what's changing. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.